Alright guys, it's battle report time again. Welcome back to the channel, and we've got the new army on display for their first battle against an army that I'll show you in a second. If you want a more in-depth look at this army, I've just put a Tactica video up, so I'll quickly go through it. So we've got a chapter master on a bike, lieutenant with a mastercrafted bolt gun. We've got a jump pack captain with the Teeth of Terror relic. They're the 3 HQs. Then for troops we've got 1, 2, 3 tactical marines, 5 man. These two have bolters in them, heavy bolter as the heavy weapon. This one here has multi-melter and combi melter on the sergeant. They'll be riding in this drop pod. Then for fast attack we've got 1, 2, 3 land speeders with heavy bolter and cyclone missile launcher. Then for heavy support we've got thunderfire cannon. We've got a Land Raider Crusader with all the bells and whistles on it, extra storm bolters, multi-melter. Then over here, the last piece of the army, we've got a Devastator squad with all grav and an Armorium Cherub. That comes in at exactly 1350 and 9 command points. And then I'm facing off against Dave's. Across the garage we go. What do we got here, Dave? We got Astra Militarum.
Yep, Cadians.
Did you say Chaos? Is that why we're...
Yeah, exactly.
Cadians, what do you got in this Cadian force?
So battalion's got the tank commander.
Beautifully painted.
Got the weapons he's got on him.
Yep, WYSIWYG.
The other company commander.
I've seen this on your Instagram. Is this converted up?
Yeah, it's that Krieg, Castellan Krieg.
And you're just using him as company commander?
Yeah, so I've done a head swap just to make him look a bit different.
Beautiful.
So he makes him look like a company commander.
Yeah, he does.
Then I've got 3 troop choices, which are just basic guardsmen with flamers.
So all 3 of them have just got the flamer?
All 3, yep.
Yep.
Then heavy support is just 2 Lemon Russ.
Not tank commanders?
No.
What's going on?
Trying to be friendly.
Alright.
And then I've got an elite detachment, which are Vanguard.
Yep.
I think. Which is a Scion commander.
Yep.
He's got a single troop choice of Tempesta Scions with plasma.
Yep.
Then the elite choice of command squad.
Of course.
And the last is 2 units of 3 Ogrins in chimeras with heavy flamers everywhere. So,
oh, they're chimeras, yep.
yeah, I'm not using them as hellhounds.
The other thing I'll give a shout out on here too. Dave does all this, probably not on the best table to be looking at, but he does commission painting. So like if you have a look at some of this stuff, brilliant work, brilliant base work. As I said, look at this company commander. So if you are looking for something like this to get done, whether it's a character or an entire army, I'll put the link to his Instagram page and you can have a look at this sort of stuff and then contact him about it. And yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, we'll roll up a mission and see what these guys can do. Alright guys, we've rolled up a mission and it is vital intelligence, or as we were just discussing, multi-ball. So that's sort of panning across there. So we've got 1 objective here, 1 over here, 1 here, 1 here, and is there 1 under you over here?
1 under the Punisher.
1 under that Punisher there. So I got to set up my army first. So over here I've got hidden back here a Thunderfire cannon. Then over here we've got the Land Raider with the Chainsword captain, the lieutenant, and 2 tactical squads with the heavy bolters. Then the drop pod is in Deep Strike Reserve with the Devastators and the other tactical squad. Then here we've got the Chapter Master and his little attack squadron. Then if we come around this side of the battlefield, Dave's got Ogryn inside this Chimera with all heavy flamers, troops. Then we come around here, Captain, oh sorry, not Captain, why am I saying Captain? Tank Commander. Troops in front of it, bit of a screen again. Ogryn's in a Chimera, Punisher tank, battle cannon. This guy down here's got old grudges, so he's put him in here. He's chosen my Land Raider as his target of choice, so we'll see how long that thing can sustain punishment. And then over here, these are the rest of the Ogryns, and we've got a couple of guys, Scions in Deep Strike Reserve. So, would you like to try and seize initiative, Dave?
Yep.
Yep.
Channel it for the Emperor.
Channel it for the Emperor.
You ready? Over here?
Yeah, there you go.
No.
That's a 3. Alright, so Space Marines will be having first turn. So we'll see if there's any of these poor guardsmen that we don't even know why we're fighting.
No,
but
there might not be any guardsmen left, but the tanks will still be there.
the tanks will still be there. Alright guys, we'll get back to you. Alright guys, end of Space Marine turn 1 and we've done a bit of carnage. So movement wise, Thunderfire Cannon stayed still behind there in the darkness. Land Raider moved forward and these three guys and the Chapter Master went from here up to here. If we come down over here, the drop pod come down here spewing out Tactical Marines and Devastators because this squad here landed on the multi-ball, this one rolled a 2. So we got first strike, so these three land speeders blew away, was this a normal or a battle tank? Yep. Then these guys come down and blew away one of the Chimeras. So pretty good these things in terms of the rerolls hit and wounds considering their strength 5 and that was a toughness 7 vehicle, so pretty good. This come over here and shot over here. The tank commander's down to 7 wounds from the multi-melter and some assault cannon shots. And then the unit of guys here was cleared off by the rest of the fire here. And the Thunderfire Cannon just picked on a few things here and there to get rid of some extra wounds. So a really good first turn for the Space Marines. Old school Space Marines I should say. We'll get back to Dave's turn and we'll see what all this firepower here can do in retaliation. Alright. Alright guys, end of the Astra Militarum turn. Dave's made some moves. These guys moved over to here. Get it? Made some moves. These guys put over here. These guys here, the two tanks, stayed still and did some punishing work here. Get it? Punisher. So the Punisher shot over here and wiped out my tactical squad that was holding that, which was a good move. Then this tank, single-handedly, the tank commander, with heavy bolters, a battle cannon, a las cannon, blew away my Land Raider and killed 2 tactical marines in the process. So they had to get out, but as Dave said, he cancelled himself out because I got out in front of this objective contesting it. Over here, he ran into my Devastators. I shot one in the face on the way in, did a wound on him, and then he Hulk smashed into him, and as you can see, there's a couple of them apace now. At the end of this battle round, this is the only point here, because Dave is holding this uncontested. The rest of the battlefield over here is all contested and stuff going on everywhere. And we both got first strike, so I'll have Space Marine turn 2, and we'll see if we can't get rid of the rest of these tanks. Alright guys, end of Space Marines turn 2. So, movement wise, we've had these guys back out of combat. My fly McDackerbots flew over here, and they came over with the Chapter Master. Here we just sort of stayed where we were and shot because it's the safest place and there's an objective there. And then obviously over behind this building, this thing just stayed and hid away. Alright, shooting wise, these guys here shot away all the guardsmen that were here, which was expected, so we claimed that objective. Over here, these 3 shot across into here and took this tank commander down to 3. And with their heavy bolters and the combined firepower of this guy's fist, punched the Ogrins. They're gone. And then Captain Rin jumped in here and cut this thing down to 1. So win for that. That's pretty good considering that's a tough 8 tank, and I wanted to test it out to see what sort of damage to do against something that tough. That's a good result. So that's it. We'll go. I don't get any points until the end of the battle round. So Dave will come back at me with firepower. He's still got some things in Deep Strike Reserve. He's fueling up his tank of hatred and he's going to come and get these guys. Smash Captain. Alright guys, end of Guard turn 2. Been a bit of a retaliation. So these guys come down here. 2 squads of Scions. Plenty of plasma for days. Packing heat with their little commander. Then if we come around over here, movement wise, these guys stayed on here and these guys sort of did some shimmying around. So this come around here, Ogrins got out. So shooting wise, everything was focused on my land speeders. So these guys and the combined firepower of these tanks over here took out 2 of my land speeders and halved 1. So that was some pretty good shooting. There's 6 wounds, so they can't withstand a massive amount of shooting, but I think they've got their points back so far, so I'm not too concerned. The Ogrins ran in and bashed my chain captain into a messy pulp, So that was pretty brutal. And that is about it for the round. We're both on 4 points, so it's been an absolute massacre. And both armies are on even amount of points. So I'll have Space Marines turn 3 and see if I can't turn some more of these little guardsmen into paste. Alright, end of Space Marine turn 3. So these guys, this was the multi-ball again, so they've gathered around this in force with their lieutenant. Over this side, this stayed still. These Devastators moved forward, surprisingly still in the game. And the captains end up all the way over here, sorry, Chapter Master. We've still got to give him a name. So, shooting wise, I took out his tank commander with the missiles from the land speeder. We did swap over to tactical doctrine because I have more sort of small arm bolt fire. The heavy bolter and storm bolter from here and the thunderfire cannon pretty much cleared out this area down to 2 of these guys and 1 captain guy. These guys shot into the Ogrins, blew a bit of them away. Support fire here, shot into the Ogrins as well. Took him down to, he's on 1 wound. That's Dave rolling for command points, I think.
No, morale for them.
Morale, yep, they're alright.
Yep.
Yep, and this guy come flying into the Punisher battle tank and punched holes through it, but it blew up and killed more Ogrins, and I'm down to 3 wounds on him, so he's pretty huffed and puffed. So Dave will get back and have his turn with his Ogren. He doesn't have a lot left now. It's getting pretty grim, but it is the grim dark. Alright. Alright guys, at the end of the Astra Militarum turn, it's been real bad, as in, it's good that he killed my captain, or my chapter master, with his Ogren, but he'd already done too much damage there. And then over here, we've done a bit of the rolls to test it out. So the game is going to end there because, as we just said, I'm way ahead on points and Dave doesn't have enough to retaliate with, and I'm going to have the next turn, so he's going to have even less to retaliate with because I've still got heavy weapons team, heap of Marines and heavy weapons here. We did the mass on this storm bolter with the tactical doctrine, and it's wiped out these guys over here. I've still got the thunderfire cannon over here, which is just in the dark every time. Hello, thunderfire cannon. So points wise, and it's a Space Marine victory for their first game. Pretty happy with them. For myself, I'm going to go man of the match is definitely going to be the 3 land speeders, which are up here on here. So this is my dead pile. These 3 land speeders. Get yourself some land speeders, people. 87 points. They just did horrendous work. What would you pick as your man of the match, Dave?
No, always a tank commander. I think they're like a staple in any guard list. They're so good.
Took out a Land Raider in 1 round. Any thoughts on the Space Marine list?
Nah, Space Marines are really solid now. Like, they're going to be super competitive. You can already see they're starting to win events and etc. So
absolutely
very good. The Marines, which I love.
Alright, so Dave's just said too he's going to get to work on possibly some Talon stuff for Ark, so look forward to seeing that on the channel for the lead up to our Ark training. I'm keeping the same list. I'm going to keep training with this one. If you like this sort of stuff, like and subscribe, and we'll get back to you.